Paper Snob, this is Tara. Today I'm working on 30 Days of Sketches and Tool Time Tuesday. First, let's talk about the sketch for 30 Days of Sketches. This is series number 13 and day 17. Our designer is Shayla Gale Knowles. She is known as Bookish Shayla over on Instagram. Really hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. And she created this very lovely 2-photo sketch. I really like it, especially since I had these 2 photos printed out, and they were on top of my desk waiting for me to do something with them. So about these photos, this is me editing a video for Mixed Media Mayhem. I think this was in the spring or early summer. I don't remember which video it was off the top of my head. I'm using Paige Evans Wonders collection in it, and I believe we were inspired by a layout from Missy Whidden. This is the banner that I created, or thumbnail I created for my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, it cut off my name down there at the bottom, but that's okay. And I have some more of my Chamel main character energy on my desk, plus a piece of acrylic that was gifted to me by my friend Kimberly at I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking. These are some scraps from a previous layout. I did that layout for this series as well. And then I have 3 sheets of pattern paper here, full sheets. I have the ephemera, the cute little enamel stickers. You can't just call them dots because there's more shapes than that. The wooden buttons, the puffy stickers, the fun phrase stickers, the regular stickers, and I pulled the layered stickers as well. I don't know if I'm going to use any of these on here, but excuse me. Oh, goodness. I pulled them, and then I had these bits out from that previous layout I already mentioned. So it is also Tool Time Tuesday today, and this is a hop that I have been participating in this year, and it's to help us get our tools used. And this month's tool for October is a stapler. And I think my stapler has grown legs and walked off where I normally keep it. But I have a tiny attacher stapler by Tim Holtz that I will be bringing in for this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. We're going to get started, and hopefully there won't be any more sneezing, and I'll be right back. Alright, I also forgot to mention that I'm going to be doing one of Scrap Happy's load prompts. I'm not keeping up with load very well. In fact, I just kind of gave up, but I love the prompts. It's Women of Rock. They're amazing. I am a featured designer for day 20, so that's coming up in a few days, and I still want to do some of those prompts. So I'm going to go ahead and do this prompt, and it is the Linda Ronstadt prompt. And it was, I think, day 6. I'm not positive. I'd have to go back and look to verify. But it was basically, the technique was to use blue on the layout, which I have pulled blue stuff from this collection to use. And then the story prompt was basically to do something that is to scrapbook a layout that doing something that was out of your character or out of your wheelhouse, basically. I don't remember the correct wording, but something along those lines. And so I had printed these 2 photos to do that prompt before I realized there was no way I was going to be able to do both 30 days of sketches and a layout a day with a different prompt from Scrap Happy, because at the time I was ahead on 30 days of sketches by almost a week. I'm not now. I had a bunch of things go on last week, and I wasn't able to keep caught up. Anyway, I'm trying to make up the difference now, and I'm trying to get caught up again. And yes, that was Mr. Jasper. He has been quite a pill today about walking across my space. So I trimmed down my photos to roughly 3.5 by 5, and I'm going to cut a strip of paper. It is 3 3/4 wide by 12 inches, and then I'm going to trim it down again to 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 so that I can mat these photos on this piece of paper. I do not end up using this 2 scraps from my previous layout because I decided that I had enough color with what I was going on, what I had already, and with the embellishments that I chose. Now you did see that I was gutting the paper, and I did that because I'm trying to use this paper up, but I'm also trying to not waste any of it, and I didn't really need a double layer. I'm not stitching, I'm not doing anything mixed media, so I don't need the double layers. I did have to just switch to liquid glue because my ATG refill is being ridiculous. It keeps folding up around itself, and I keep having to take it apart to fix it. Anyway, you can see it was all goofed up, and so I just switched to my quick dry. So in the sketch, the title is actually below the left photo, and I have kind of a 2-part title going on here. So first I put Do What You Love, because I love scrapbooking and I'm really enjoying building my YouTube channel, so I thought that that was perfect for this layout and these 2 photos. But I also wanted to put some of this floral ephemera bits on here because they're really pretty. I even tried to put a rainbow on there, and I almost left that rainbow on but decided not to. And I'm going to bring in that star that says All About Me because this layout is all about me. It has nothing to do with anybody else in my family, so that's kind of nice. I am still looking for other pieces of ephemera to put on this layout. I found those 2 little tag bits, and those are going to end up for my journaling, which is where the journaling is on the sketch. And then I discovered these cute little banner pieces, so I'm going to cut out a couple of those, and I'm going to put those on in a couple of places on my floral ephemera. So next, I'm going to go ahead and look through all of my embellishments again. I cleared my space, and I'm going to pull out those layered stickers, and I'm going to kind of look at those. And I had some extra ephemera pulled out from that previous layout that I've already done. I decided I didn't want to use those. I look at the stickers, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Those birds would be really, really cute perched up on some of that ephemera. So I pull out my powder tool, and I'm taking the sticky off the back because I know that I'm going to put those up on foam adhesive, and so I don't want to lay them down on top of that ephemera because I don't want them to stick to it, and then of course they would rip if I tried to take them off later. But I did pull out 3 birds, and now I'm kind of looking at the phrase sticker set and the puffy stickers, and then I said, you know, I'm going to open up this little pack with the wooden buttons. But first, let's bring in my tiny attacher, and I'm going to start stapling my embellishments together. I start by putting an X right there on my 2 little journaling spots, and I am going to staple those little banner pieces that I have on those 2 floral ephemeras. I'm going to staple them on each side, and that is just how they're going to end up. Basically, that's what I'm going to use for adhesive. It's not adhesive, it's a stapler, but you know, that's the tool that we're supposed to be using this month, and you know, I wanted to make sure I used it well. I also will come in later and I will staple some ribbons to my journaling spaces as well. So do y'all remember when colored staples were a thing in the scrapbooking world? You could buy all of these beautiful colored staples, and we were stapling everything back then. I don't have any more colored staples, but I thought of that as I was using my tiny attacher. I only have the one color. I don't know if Tim Holtz made more than one color of the little bitty staples or not. I haven't looked. I just have the one color. And those are the only ones that I use. I think it's a really cute tool. I like the size of them. The colored staples, of course, were regular staple size, and I just used my school staple, or my homeschool stapler, to staple with those. And the other thing that we learned to do is we were taking alcohol markers and we were coloring regular silver staples with alcohol markers to make them colored. So I guess I could do that with my tiny attacher staples too if I wanted to. So anyway, you saw that I pulled out some of the enamel shapes and some of the bling stars and hearts. And I kind of put those around my embellishment clusters. And now I'm working on stapling those, this ribbon here. The ribbon came from, I have this little spinny thing sitting on my desk, and it's from Michaels. It has 4 sides. The side that faces where I record is where I have some ribbon stored in it. It's like a little slot. And anyway, I have this pink, green, and white ribbon stored in there, and I have some black and white ribbon and some other colors in there. I don't have a whole lot of ribbon in there, but I have a few pieces. Okay, got this layout done, and I am quite pleased with how this turned out. I did pop up the star and this flower with foam adhesive. I popped up this with foam adhesive, and the edges of this little lavender flower, and I put foam adhesive behind all of the birds. I did come in and add one more enamel dot off camera. This actually came from the Simple Story set that has found a place and a home on the desk next to me, and I need to actually work on putting those away. But anyway, and then I also added a little bit of splatters using a Heidi Swapp, like color swatch, I think is what they were called, or something like that. I have 2 or 3 of those colors left, and they do have a little bit, I think it's color shine, and because they do have a little bit of mica in them and they shine quite pretty. I just wanted to put a little bit on there. I didn't want to do a whole lot of sprinkles or any other type of mixed media, but I am happy with how this turned out. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to comment, like, and or subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber. If you are not, just click that notification bell below. They will let you know when I put out new content. My goal is 2 to 4 videos per week. Right now, with 30 days of sketches, I am putting out daily content, so there will be plenty for you to watch on my channel for the month of October and into November. Again, this hop is a combined hop with Tool Time Tuesday and 30 days of sketches, and I will put links below. There's a playlist for 30 days of sketches that everybody is adding their videos to, and for Tool Time Tuesday, I will have a list of the people who are participating. We have a new set of creators creating each week of the month, and I am week 3. I do the 3rd Tuesday of the month, so this is week 3, and I will have everybody listed down below, including week 4, which will not come out until next week. So, you know, make sure you check out those ladies and leave them some love and see how everybody's using staples. I did it in a couple of ways on here. I stapled my ephemera bits together. I stapled my ribbon onto my journaling blocks. I stapled my journaling blocks together, and kind of like how that turned out. So thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great rest of your day. Bye.